more refugees here in America. We refugees in our own damn country. Mm-hmm. God bless them in Ukraine. They say it's a big thing now over there. You got 3 or 4 million people fleeing the country. Refugees. It's a refugee crisis, but it's 44 million and some change in the country over there, population. So where the other 40 million people at?
Probably Europe.
Subways. They say they stay in
No, still there. They say only 3 or 4 million are fleeing. So that leaves 40 million.
Big question. You think this war gonna get out of hand where the U.S. got to get involved?
No.
It's already out of hand. My problem with the U.S. getting involved is, should we unite and be a common front to help go save somebody else? And unarmed black folk getting killed in this country every day, and who the hell come to help save us?
But you know what? I agree. I totally agree
with
what you're saying. But this is something bigger, way bigger than that.
Bigger than
you're talking about
black people. Huh?
Yeah.
Always bigger.
No. You got to understand what I'm saying.
This is the plight of all people.
This guy over here in Russia got nuclear bombs.
Putin.
Yeah, same thing we got.
Well, let me ask you about that.
We got nuclear
The other
police.
day in Ukraine, they took over the nuclear weapon facility.
Yeah, when Russia took
now,
over
if you
Chernobyl.
got nuclear weapons, what better time to use them?
Right.
So I'm not even sure about all of this. We got, America claims we can blow up the world. Russia claims they can blow up the world. But you having a hard time. You got 150 million people in Russia. And these little 50 million, this
tearing their ass up.
Are holding your ass off for over a month.
On the floor, tearing your ass up.
Claiming that you is superpower, and they're admitting now on TV, not the Russians, but everybody else, saying they wasn't the superpower, they wasn't the super military strength that they had everybody believing they were. I believe a lot of that shit came from the Cold War. And that's why I believe America made that lie up that we went to the moon. That was during that Cold War period.
Just say we outdid China. I mean, just say we outdid Russia.
Now, superior to everybody else.
Now, everything you saying about that makes sense. But why is the U.S. supposed to be the superpower? Why they not punishing Russia for doing what they're doing to Ukraine?
That's
they're punishing them with economics, but
Sanctions.
America is claiming that if they all out attack Russia, defending Ukraine,
right? It's personal.
That Russia, no, they claim that Putin is gonna turn loose some nuclear weapons.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Exactly.
He said, if you get in, I'm gonna launch them.
Well, the day they declared that Putin has been attacking civilians, and so now they have formally charged him with that for war crimes.
War crime.
So it's getting closer to the point where
it's going to take NATO to go in and get it.
It's getting close to the point where NATO is about to go in. They warned him because they said because he's taking such a defeat and such a loss at the hands of Ukraine.
6,000 in 2 weeks.
Because of the fact that they're on Ukraine territory, they don't know much about Ukraine. They never really been over there. So they said the reason why Ukraine is winning is because they know the territory. They're able to surround them. They're able to cut them off and maneuver.
I wouldn't say they're winning, but they're holding them off.
Yeah, I'm saying
we're holding them off.
But nobody's doing guerrilla war.
That's why what they did is they hit the bigger inner cities.
Yeah,
but like you said, them outskirts, like where DC live out there in Hoganville, they can't win out there. They know that area, but
too far away from.
Man, what are you talking about again?
They hitting the bigger cities. That where the population is bigger.
The inner cities, yeah,
bigger. That's where the numbers are.
They just warned Putin. They said because his next alternative is to try to use chemical warfare and nukes. And the United States and NATO said once that happens, then they're gonna step in. So he's pushing the button as far as he can push it before it gets to that point.
I don't know if this is true.
I don't think he's going to do it.
I don't know if it's true, but they said if he.
But if he do it,
America got weapons.
But if he do it, then what?
Anything he put, they said if America got weapons. Anything he put in the air, we'll be able to shoot down in an instant.
Well, they said that, but then when Russia went over there with those hypersonic bombs, all I could hear was there is no defense for them. The hypersonic bombs that they dropped the other day hit the monster, dropped down to a few feet above the ground.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then rolled out. They can't detect them. You can't.
That's why they said they couldn't detect a bomb like
but
this.
They said they can't get in America airspace. American airspace is so well protected. Mike is an Air Force man. He can probably
We're talking about the
me.
bomb that they have.
First of all,
That is almost impossible to stop that bomb.
That hypersonic.
Okay.
But my thing is,
I'm not gonna say.
my thing is,
We can
if
stop.
you are so afraid of them releasing their nuclear weapons, then you ain't gonna never be able to control them. Period.
Well, it's not.
And I don't
think they're
believe-
afraid.
huh?
I don't think they're afraid. Because,
America?
Yeah, because you got to remember, it ain't just America.
I think they're afraid.
Russia,
I ain't gonna lie.
If Russia
They
releases,
basically said
but
we're
listen,
afraid.
no,
Yeah.
they don't want World War III. It's not that they're afraid. They just don't want World War III and what's going to come with that. And
I think they
the
afraid.
bodies, the people that they're going to
They
lose.
scared, man.
They
Because you
scared,
gotta
bro.
remember, it's not just United
I'm
States.
sorry.
It's the whole NATO.
I wouldn't say America's scared of anybody.
Everybody in that
Yeah.
NATO clan is going to fire on Russia.
Well,
It ain't just the United States. We're not going to be by ourselves shooting over missiles towards Russia.
I don't think
Russia
America's
can't
scared of
handle that
anybody.
pressure.
I just
That's
think-
why Russia went
I
to
just think,
China.
like, why
They're
would
trying
you
to get
end
China
it?
to move
China
on
gonna
this
roll
side.
with them.
I think
China
why would
do
you end it
roll
over
with
something
China
like that?
gonna roll with
Yeah.
it.
Go ahead, Brian.
If it comes down to that, we will
Well-
be into it with China.
Okay, one, I don't think the United States is afraid of anybody, but why
Man,
are you,
I don't know, bro.
I'll let you do your thing. I'm just telling you, but we are loaded.
You know, you are our enemy. You know that, right? You ain't the original cast.
I understand, but what I'm saying from what I know from a military standpoint of what we are, America's not afraid of anyone. I'm just saying that why are you going to submit yourself to a non-NATO country, even though Putin is doing war crimes at the risk of risking all the lives and livelihood of America, the United States? It's just not going to happen. Now, I still don't think, even if Putin does chemical warfare, it's too late. So why even go to war for that? Let's just say he does go chemical weapons and do that. What is
Here's my point.
About?
Well, you done.
Yeah,
You done.
I'm just saying, like, when you guys are saying China and the United States, those guys are not going to justify. China's not going to get in it because what are they gaining for the livelihood of their people? No different than the United States. And I'm just telling you and Michael, you can vouch from everything. When we send stuff up there from a Star Wars standpoint, it would take a lot for us to suffer a nuclear strike, given our ballistic underwater submarines. There ain't nobody we can't reach out and touch. Now you can. I'm not talking what I think. I'm talking. But
I feel you.
There ain't nobody.
But
we
Putin had already threatened the whole world.
Well, let him talk.
He already told it. It don't matter. I mean, your word is bond when you're in the position that you in.
Gaddafi reached out
As a
and told me
president,
and we killed his
as a
daughter.
country leader, the words you got to watch what the words you say.
I'm saying when Omar
Anybody
Gaddafi
get
talking that
involved
noise,
with this, they're gonna feel something that they've never felt before coming from the words.
when Omar Gaddafi talking all that noise, and that was before we had drones, we took out his daughter. America can reach out and touch anybody wants. I don't think we scared anybody. It's just
okay.
about we got to have something to gain from
Man,
it.
I don't believe
Why
that, bro.
have you not taken out Putin?
Hold on.
What would we gain?
2 years ago, before COVID hit,
Well,
Putin,
listen, what would we
Putin
gain
flew
from
in our
that?
airspace with a bomber,
What we got?
with 2 bomber
I'm just saying,
planes and fighter jets right in our airspace.
So what else?
And nobody did nothing.
Yeah, they just Alaska. I mean, dude, you ain't got to do nothing. They can't. They didn't launch. I guarantee.
But it's
you,
still disrespectful. And you do nothing. So why you ain't brought on charges
that
for that?
happens every day in Alaska. We go over there. They chase us. Thank you.
No, it was American airspace.
What I'm saying, our fighter pilots in Alaska, we go over to Russia, and Russia chases us back. Russia come over here, and we chase them back. That happens almost every day in any exercise in the military.
So you a basketball? So you a sports guy
just don't
and a
hear about
military guy?
But guess
So
what?
you a sports guy and a military extraordinaire?
Before the Air National Guard paid for my way to school.
What do you call? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you call
Case closed.
in Vietnam? What did they call the Vietnamese?
Too much politics. The
No. What did you call them? What did they train you in the
A gook?
army to call it? Gook.
Well, nah.
What
I was
did
Air
you
Force, I didn't
call-
get training called nothing. I'm just going from a history standpoint.
It's in the hand.
Listen what he's saying, man. Listen what he's saying.
Dude, I'm telling you why.
Okay.
I appreciate your opinion as a vet, and I'm not saying this disparagingly, but brother, when you go to the army, they brainwash you.
You brainwashed him.
They brainwash you. Now, if you think that America is all knowing and all great and fears
America
no one,
is
I never
scared,
said
bro.
that.
You crazy. You
They
said
scared.
America
That's one
is not afraid
country
of anything.
They are afraid of is Russia.
I said
Trust me.
they are not
Not
afraid.
only Russia is scared of China.
China. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So
What are you talking about?
So you're saying that we just afraid on one country that we supply.
We are afraid. Let me.
Go
ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
So you're saying we're afraid of one country that we supplied Afghanistan that virtually drove them broke, which broke up the USSR as we know it, and then we still got a point to where even though China has Korea on the side, they still ain't done anything to. North Korea and South Korea still ain't had no conflict, but yet still we scared.
But let me say this.
That's not. Hold on. Listen.
No,
You know damn well North Korea ain't considered as Russia as far as military. You know that.
The point is,
come on, man.
We didn't even fight Russia and we drove them broke.
We were scared of North Korea when we found out they had nuclear bombs.
No,
we didn't do nothing to that country. Nothing. Hold on. Even after they were making nuclear bombs and they weren't supposed to, we still did nothing about it as they continued their process.
It wasn't a threat. They can't even make it over here.
Marcus. Can I say this?
It's not about them making it over here. What about all the other countries that might be feared from what North Korea can
Only reason
come?
America is scared because we hold.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. Only reason what America was scared.
We hold the destruction of the world in our hand. Only us and Russia had the most nuclear weapons. So
That's
the
right.
destruction of the world can come from either us or them.
Is that right?
See what I'm saying? That's why
Exactly.
We don't want to.
And Russia
go
ain't
into
that far. They right above
And
Alaska.
Russia said we got bombs that can hit Atlanta,
It ain't that far.
L.A.
So we're afraid of that.
No, we're not afraid of that. We're not
Come on,
afraid
man.
of that.
You just
We're
said the only
cautious
reason
of
why
that.
America
We're cautious.
afraid.
No, we're cautious. We're part of
Bo,
the
you
deal.
just said out of your mouth.
We're part of
Bo,
the
you
deal.
just said the only reason why America afraid.
No,
That's what you said.
We're afraid that we control the depth of the
Man,
world in our
simple.
hands.
Y'all taking the
Tonight, can we go
Hey, DC,
and look up our
these ain't no logical street
That's all I want
cats.
y'all to
I
do.
believe
know what I'm
that.
saying?
Hold on. I believe
They don't know what common sense
I
means.
believe that the concept of fear is being
Fear,
told
bro.
in two different texts here. I believe that when you say the United
Book
States
man
is
talking.
afraid,
Book man talking. Book man talking.
you're not saying afraid is like let's
Not
be
afraid to
No,
fight,
right? Not
but afraid to lose what they got.
Exactly. That's the fear. That's the fear
They
of
lose
the
what we got.
collateral damage
We're gonna
it
kill
will
everybody.
cause for the United States to go to
And we
war
wouldn't bounce
with
back from that.
superpowers. That's the fear.
We wouldn't bounce
Right.
back.
Nobody
So
wins.
It's not a fear that we really.
Nobody wins if we go to
It's not
war.
intimidation type fear.
Right.
But
Thank
it's
you.
just the type of fear that the collateral damage it will cause. It ain't worth it
That's
for
fear.
that.
And we'll be boastful. We'll be boastful if we did it. We say, okay, we're gonna kill all. There's gonna be nothing left but America.
Chasing the blind midget to have sex.
And you scared- you
Nobody
scared
will
of that.
pat you in the back for that, Marcus.
You scared of that?
I don't want nobody to know about that.
The reason, for example, in terrorism, the reason we fear terrorists is not that they're so much smarter than us, it's that they are willing to die.
Right.
And
We
you
not.
cannot
Between
control
the US
a
and any
man.
other country.
You cannot
They
control
willing
a
to
man
die.
that's willing to die if
Right.
you are not.
Right.
He got the upper hand.
Right.
On you.
I don't
We're
think they- I don't think they are
humanitarians.
willing to die.
We're
again-
humanitarians. They are savages.
I don't think they all.
Okay, when a man get in a plane and crash the plane into now you don't know what I'm finna say. When a man crashed the plane
Let him talk,
into
let him
the
talk, let
Twin
him talk.
Towers,
talking about that.
you telling me
Exactly.
he thought he was gonna survive?
He knew he came there to die.
It's suicide. They call him a kamikaze.
I understand. I'm not talking about those people, but on the in whole general, like when you talking about Russia and China, you said those people are not afraid to die. I don't think all of them are not afraid to
Well,
die.
not all of them.
I just think there's a situation that they put in that
They're gonna
situation
protect
where
their
they have
land.
to.
The thing of it is,
If you look at the Ukrainians that are defending themselves, a third the size of Russia.
third, bro.
They defended
Them folks over there are
themselves.
saying, "I die for
Yeah,
what
right.
I let y'all do."
I'll die before I
Just
let
like
y'all
if
do this.
Russia
They're
came
gonna
over
die.
here without nuclear weapons, if Russia came over here, nigga, we hit the streets, we gonna fight. We gonna fight.
I think
If it ain't
Your little
nuclear-
32 ain't gonna do shit.
Shit, it'll do something.
Packer. That's it.
But I'm saying, whatever I got to fight with, if it land on my soil, I'm gonna fight for mine.
Stop shooting that little motherfucker.
You gonna fight for America? Or you gonna fight for your home state?
My home state, well, if they land in America, I'm fighting for America and my home state. But I'm fighting because.
But you in
where I
America
live.
fighting a court case.
And you're fighting because of what the American media has told you and what you believe.
No,
but you're not going out killing nobody
No.
because unarmed black folk are dying in it. See, my conflict.
Man,
So-
come
so
on with
hold
it,
on,
DC.
hold on, DC.
My conflict.
Hold on, DC.
Hold on, let
You
him
take it
talk.
to a
Let
whole
him preach.
different rate.
Let him preach, DC.
Hold
It's
on.
hard for me,
I
man.
said if terrorists of some other country landed in our neighborhoods, you're gonna fight. Whether it's gang members.
But if
Okay,
your
I
own-
agree.
My own-
But if your own country
but anybody
is
threaten my
tearing the
family.
light, what?
Man, your own country out here
saying,
killing
I hadn't had
and
that
doing
problem
terrorist acts.
with none of my family members having problem with police
Okay.
or killing by any drug gang
You got any
members. anything.
sons?
Yeah, I got son. But I'm saying I'll fight for him too.
Do you think when your son calls you and says, I ain't got out the car yet, but the police just pulled me over, do you think that you had the same peace of mind as when a white boy gets pulled over and calls his father and say, police just pulled me over? What do you think a white man says to his son?
You're safe.
Now, what would you be
Don't worry
thinking?
about it. Put him on the
Yeah,
phone.
be honest, man.
Don't worry about it.
If
Let me
your
talk to
son
him.
calls
Is that
you
Billy? Tell Billy,
and
okay.
says,
You're definitely impressed.
I ain't got out the car yet, but these white police officers just pulled me over, what's the first thing gonna come to your mind?
Oh shit.
My son,
You gonna be praying.
be
Be
do what
smart.
they tell you to do right now.
Right.
Till
Just
I
get
can
home.
get there. If I can get there, my son in California. So I can't get it. So I'm gonna be telling him on the phone, son, cooperate with the police right now. That's all I can do from my distance that I'm at. But now you saying I should go up there and kill all the police?
No, you think
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying?
I'm saying you
Is that
asking
what you
me-
think I'm saying?
I'm saying I said if
I'm
terrorists
saying in
landed,
this country,
Right.
as a black man, you have to be concerned. Your tax dollars paying the police,
Right.
But you have to be concerned for your own homestead, quote unquote, your own family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my question was, should we be dedicated to uniting and serving this country? And then to make it very, very simple, you go to the war. My father and his father went to the war and came back and still could only live in certain neighborhoods, man. So I'm saying, how do you reconcile this country mistreating you and then you basically willing to put your life on the line to save the country?
Because I don't want to live how they live over there.
I'm
I mean,
trying-
like, all I'm saying is,
What we doing for years?
I'm not saying America is like the greatest thing,
Paradise.
especially for being a black man, but I'm definitely not finna come and start adhering to the rules that they want to do, or and whether it be America and Russia or anything like that. If somebody's threatening your life coming with arms, you ain't looking at the fact that you fight for America. It's called self-survival. Now, America's gonna benefit off of us fighting and retaliating. They're gonna benefit
Thank you.
from them occupying. But at that point, we fight because we want to keep our way of life. You ain't trying to have nobody come up in your house. Mook man ain't trying to have nobody come up in his house, and Marcus have to come up in his house. But America will benefit if we get our own arms and get them up out of here.
Right.
We
Thank
ain't
you,
waving no
brother.
flag. That's
Thank
all
you.
I'm saying.
Even and that goes back to even.
But
like the
Bo, he a
first
better explanationist
Well,
than
Marcus,
you.
you just don't listen well.
explanation.
That's
He a better
your problem.
explanationist
You
than
don't
you,
listen
Bo.
well.
I'm just questioning patriotism and how you can swear, swear to defend, how you can even claim this as your country.
But that even
Well,
goes
DC
back.
Right, when you
Your
were
people
when you
are
were
being-
brought here,
are being
DC.
killed every day.
you were brought here originally
Luckily-
as a worker.
Luckily, my family has been able to educate
benefit.
ourselves as to staying away from trouble, working, doing what you're supposed to, come home. My family, we don't.
That's a normal life,
Stay
Bo.
away from trouble.
Staying away
So
from
what you
crime.
saying-
Bo, that's a normal
you saying
life.
Trayvon Martin, Jordan Davis,
No,
Freddie
I'm
Gray.
just-
Bo, that's a normal life.
They asked for what they
Okay,
got.
see, DC. Okay, you keep going there.
They asked for
but
what they
what am
got.
I supposed to do for that family? I wasn't there.
Real-
I didn't
I-
do the situation.
You're right, Bo.
All I can do is educate my kid and my family.
That's true,
Stay
Bo.
away from that situation.
But you just
so
said
when it comes
you
to
have
us,
to tell
I
your
have to deal
son.
with that then.
You have to tell your son how to act.
Right.
Because you know that it is a real threat that
Exactly.
because he is a black man,
Yeah.
when the police,
Right.
you know, with them signs,
Not
we
even police,
protect,
DC,
we
how
save
he-
and protect.
but how
You
he-
got to coach your son.
Not only that, DC, I got to coach him how to go to the gas station in his neighborhood to,
Yeah.
to defend and watch himself around
In
black
America.
brothers in America.
So I'm questioning
Yeah.
how that is not a conflict between that and you being a patriot and going to die, basically, willing to die for a country that has your son over here panicking because he ran a stoplight and he think he might get shot.
Well, I didn't sign up for the Army for that reason. I didn't want to do that. But like he said, but protection of my family. If it comes, if a terrorist or whoever we want to call it shows up on Old National Highway and he got my subdivision held down, oh yeah, I'm gonna defend that subdivision because I live there.
If you got a clear shot at him, you're gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it.
And America and the people living there will benefit from it.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm
all
not signing up for the military.
But he ain't
to go
waving
fight
a
against
flag or anything like that.
Anything like that.
He's doing it for just general survival, and that's you just ain't gonna let nobody take from what you worked hard to have.
I'm just speaking to the conflict, brother.
Yeah.
Of you putting your life on the line. God bless you, veterans.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to the conflict in your soul of you putting your life on the line, defending a country that don't respect you.
But I live here.
Yeah,
Well, like he said, where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go?
That's true, Bo.
I'm not saying
That's
go
true, Bo.
somewhere.
You got Kennesaw. You can't move in a house in Kennesaw without a gun.
That's true.
You can't move in a house in Kennesaw without a gun. So that's all I'm saying. I want to protect mine and mine.
But we've been doing
I'm not
that.
looking
We've been
for
doing that
trouble. I'm not
years,
going
though,
over
DC.
there and picking no fight with nobody.
We've been doing that for years, though. Even the First World War and the Civil War, when George Washington allowed black men to be able to fight in the army back then, when we had racism and all that, and racism was real deep, and you said the beatings and all that.
As opposed, racism was real deep.
I mean,
Racism deep as hell now.
I'm not saying, but we ain't getting beat like with whips and chains.
No, we
and all
getting
that.
shot.
So what I'm saying is, even back then with that,
I hate
black
time
people
went back out.
chose to fight.
Let's look at it like this:
America
the black man that was
fought
called to
America,
fight
even
back then.
So we've always been doing it.
DC, the black man that was called to fight back then for the
Chris
Civil
Adams,
War and all that.
first man
If
killed.
the black soldiers said, "I'm not going to do it," what you think? They would have killed them all? If they said, "I'm not going to do it," like
Basically.
Nat Turner, I'm not going to fight.
Basically.
you. Would you think they would have killed them all? So the black man had a
Since you
decision to
wanna
make.
go there.
He had a decision to make.
Back then,
Yeah.
DC was there.
They had segregated barracks. They had segregated barracks.
Okay.
The black soldier didn't stay where the white soldiers stayed.
But if I'm not going to fight, you going to
That
kill
was
me?
a choice, though.
You know how dumb. Hold on. You know how dumb we were.
Understand the question.
I'm
You know
saying-
how dumb the U.S. Army was. They would not. The white men wouldn't march with the black men to go up there to help fight these guys.
Right.
man. That's how stupid they was.
Yeah.
That's how dumb
but
racism
let
was.
me tell you something else.
What was the black soldier
The
choice?
draft was designed because they knew that patriotism was not that high in America.
Exactly.
So they drafted because we're not gonna let all these white boys go over here
And die. We're gonna send some of these brothers up
We're
here.
gonna send some of you niggas.
That's why the draft was.
That's true.
That's why the draft was developed.
They said rich people, wealthy people, kids never sign up for the military. Rich people, wealthy kids, only a few of them, and you can count them on your hand. How many he said, "I'm gonna fight for this country"? But said wealthy people and rich kids don't sign up for the military.
No.
It's the broke people, kids who.
And you know what they did? And you know how they got us to sign up?
Money.
Because you got black kids who want an education as far as college,
That's what I said, money,
and they
money.
promise you that bullshit.
But now, back then when we was a slave, if you say I'm not gonna fight, are they gonna kill you then? Or you gonna go out and fight and try to save yourself and your family?
You either gonna draft or die.
Come back alive and try
You
to
either
have a
gonna
life.
either gonna draft or die.
Draft or die. See what I'm saying? So what was the black soldier choice? Draft or die. Do I die now? I go ahead and try to survive and come back and have a life with a family and kids, or do I die now?
You see Denzel
So
got
it
it. You
wasn't
see
like-
Denzel got him some boots, didn't you?
Yeah. Glory.
But I was just
Glory.
speaking to a divided conscience, a divided soul. Naturally, I'm an American, but it's hard for me. It's hard for me
Man,
to be mad at. It's hard for me to imagine going to another country fighting because some other people being mistreated.
that's rough.
Right.
And in my own country, quote unquote,
What about our sister
I got
that's
to worry
over
about
there?
police putting a bullet back in my head.
What about our sister that's trapped over there in Russia? Talking about some marijuana case.
Right.
They just extended her
Brittany
2 more
Gunn.
weeks.
Yeah.
They extended her 2
Man.
more weeks over
They're
there.
talking about giving her 5 years.
Muhammad Ali did it. He didn't go to the war. He didn't go to the
5
military.
years in a Russian prison.
Yeah.
That's what the sentence is. If she
For some marijuana.
not even marijuana.
Not even marijuana.
CBD oil.
CBD oil.
She been coming over there with you.
But they haven't let her speak.
Athletes.
That's crazy. That's the problem
I'm not
right
sure that she even had it.
I'm not sure she had it either.
It could have been all a setup. But she's 6'9", she'd be all right.
Yeah, they talked to her. They finally let her talk to the.
They
some
said
Americans.
they let him see her, but they didn't show anything.
They ain't never let her speak, man.
Her lawyer
We would have been
speaking.
said that.
Her lawyer been speaking. Whether I ain't seen her.
I know.
Yeah,
but
a
they just said
Russian lawyer.
they
A
gave-
Russian lawyer.
They gave America. They gave an American.
A public
journalist-
defender.
Public defender.
Yeah, a Russian public defender.
They gave an
It's
American
bullshit.
journalist access to her, but they never showed or said what she said. You know, I want to know if she gonna say, "Yeah, I had it in my bag," or
She said I had it
you
in
know.
my
But
dildo.
she looking at 5 years over there, so naturally she ain't gonna come out and say this bunch of bullshit, man.
She tried to
So
hide it in
naturally
the
she
dildo.
trying to get away.
Man, them people ain't letting
her.
her speak, man.
No, they ain't gonna let her talk.
She said I had it in my dildo. They never looked at my dildo. I don't know why they looked.
The
this
saddest
time.
part, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I'm sorry for her, man.
Oh,
She-
y'all think you
she in
gonna
a
go
bad
out of the
situation.
country and smoke your little weed or some
Oh,
CBD
yeah.
oil? They got
Oh,
another
you wasn't
plan
here-
for
you
your
wasn't here-
ass.
You wasn't here. Bo does it all the time. He puts it in between his toes. He says.
Oh, damn. What kind of homosexual shit is that?
Where that come from, nigga?
I mean, you like shit between your toes.
What kind of shit is that? What kind of homosexual shit you into? Toe fucking?
Yeah, that brain died, man.
If she got pretty feet, I don't know.
We'll be back.